Hi there, welcome to wpwithswitzy.com. In today's video, we are going to preview Gutenberg editor, the new text editor that will likely be added in the coming WordPress, I think 5.0. So let's get started. Let me close my site, and this is my dashboard. So this is my local installed WordPress website, and in this dashboard, I'm using WordPress 4.9.2, which does not have Gutenberg yet. However, we can try Gutenberg editor by installing a plugin. So let's do so. In your dashboard, hover on the plugins and then select on Add New button. Right here, we're going to search plugins for Gutenberg. It will show you Gutenberg. Click on Install Now button. Then activate. When this video is created, which means today, it is on version 2.0.0 and it's developed by the developer team. So when you try this, you may install the newer versions and the features will be likely different. But we are using version 2.0.0 right now, so let's try to use it. Once you activated the Gutenberg editor plugin, you will see Gutenberg with the pencil icon here on the bottom of your dashboard screen, and then you can check out these three options. If you want to click on demo, let's go click on demo and you will see how it will look like. It will give you some examples how a user can use this Gutenberg editor, something like this. So let's create our own, because I'm also curious how to do that. So let's hover on the new button on the top and click post or page, or you can also do that in the post sections and then add new. So let's do that from here. Now we are using Gutenberg editor. So let's start using it by adding the title of the post. So this one is title of the post. I'm going to type in testing 1. And then I'm going to type paragraph. I'm going to borrow the lorem ipsum right here. So let's explore the buttons that we have in Gutenberg editor. So we have the plus button here. So when it's clicked, you will be able to have the recent blocks that you've recently used it, and the blocks itself, common blocks, formatting, and many things here, or embeds, and even the custom save blocks. You can also search for a block here. For example, I'm going to choose paragraph, and you will see paragraph for the search results. Once you click on the close button, then you will see the default block setting here. Next, on the right side of the add block button, you will see undo button. If I click undo, of course, the paragraph that I've recently added is just gone. You can also click on redo button. Then it will bring the recent paragraph that I added. You also have the info button or content structure. So if you click on that content structure, you will see how many words that we have, heading, paragraphs, and blocks. Then in the right side, you have the notification, which in our case, this post is already saved in our drafts. And then you have the preview button or the eye icon over there. If we click that, you will be redirected to open a new tab on your browser, and then you will be able to preview your post. Let me click this preview button. Next button is the publish button if you want to publish your post right now. The right side of the publish button, you will have the gear icon or settings icon. So you want to toggle this settings icon on and off. It will hide or show these sections. Then you will have more settings here. If you click that, we have visual editor and code editor. So if you want to view the code editor or HTML editor in the classic editor, you're going to click that, or you have the keyboard shortcuts with Command Shift Alt and M key. So let me try the keyboard shortcut, these keys. And we will be switched to code editor on the top here. And this is the code editor, or HTML code. Again, we want to have visual editor for now. Then we have the fixed toolbar setting to the top. What does this mean is when you are editing this paragraph, you see that this toolbar is stick to these blocks. So for example, if I want to add block and say I want to have the heading, and then I want to have the heading 2, for example. Now, you see that in the heading, I also have the specific toolbar that will match with this block. For example, heading 2, we have heading 3 if we want to change this, or heading 4. So it's changed accordingly, this toolbar. And if we switch to paragraph, we will have this transform into. You will have many things here that we want, and also the alignment setting and bold and italic. So this is the toolbar. So if, for example, I want to have this toolbar stick on the top on this area, I'm going to click on Fix Toolbar to the top and watch what it will do. So now the toolbar will not be in our blocks editor anymore, but it will stick on the top. It will be changed accordingly whenever you click on the different blocks. Again, if you want to have this toolbar stick on your block, you can just uncheck this and it will come back as the previous state. Still in the more settings here, you also have the copy all content. If I click that, it's copied now. I can then click on new post and then paste it there. It will copy the same blocks that I'm using accordingly, completed with its content. So that was the more settings on our toolbar on the top. Then we have the editor itself. Then on the right side, we have the standard classic document settings here, like the status and visibility. If you use WordPress for a while, you will be familiar with these settings because it is included in the classic editor of WordPress, post editor or page editor. Also, you have the categories and tags and featured image and so forth. And we also have the table of contents, which basically are almost similar to content structure, and you have the document outline. In the classic editor, you will also have the screen options on the top. However, it seems to be eliminated, and then you will have this setting, one of two, you will have on these discussions on the right side here. So you can toggle this on and off, and you will see by default on the right side. Then we also have block, and this is the block setting that we will need when we edit this block. So for example, if I choose on the title, of course we do not have the block because this is the default title of our post. But if I select on the paragraph, you see that I have the paragraph setting. So let's go one by one. You can also toggle this and off to save the view place here on these sections. So if we go to text setting, if I toggle on this drop cap, what we will get? It's very nice feature. So if we go to preview now, this we will get the capital first letter style on the beginning of our paragraph. Go back there again and let's increase font size. Still in this paragraph, I will go increasing the size. You see that now I will have lot of difference here that will not affect the other block, which is the heading 2, because this style will just be applied on our selected blocks, which is a paragraph. So if I'm going to reset this, because this will make my post look weird, so I'm just going to click on reset, and then you will come back on the previous state. Done with our text settings, let's go with the background color. And say you want to have this background of our paragraph having another background, you can choose any color you like. Pretty neat. And you can also click on the swatch icon over there, and you can move around your custom colors that you like here. You can also use the RGB instead of hex format, or easier, you can just drag and drop this swatch color picker. If you want to disable all of this background color, you can just click on clear. You notice that we also have the reminder if our color is not really easy for people to read. So let's click on clear all of the settings that we've made. Now it's all come back to the previous state. Done with the background color, let's move to the text color. Same with the background color, you can choose any color that you like here. Once you do not want to change any color here, you can click the other clear button. Next, we have paragraph block alignment setting. If you want to have this paragraph to be aligned left, aligned center, or aligned right. Then we also have additional CSS class for this specific block. Mostly for beginner users, you will not need this additional CSS class. But if you want to stylize this specific paragraph, then you're going to put the CSS class here. Then we go back to our editor again. On the block editor window, we have the arrow button and arrow up. We can move this block down, for example, or move this block up. Then on the right side, the more settings or more options of this block, which in this case paragraph block, we have the hide advanced setting. So let's click that. And the functionality is actually the same with the gear icon on the top to show or hide the advanced settings right here on the right side. Another thing we have is edit as HTML. If we click that, we can edit HTML here. So say you want to come back to Visual Editor, never use the undo button because we should use the edit visually link. There it is. Then we can remove this paragraph, for example. Say now I want to bring back the paragraph again, then I'm going to click on undo button. And it brings back my paragraph. Another thing is convert to reusable block. So let's do that. Once I click that, I now have the notification block created. I can also edit the title of this reusable block to be something else other than untitled block. So let's click that, and we're going to change this as so next time when we want to add this reusable block to our post or page, we know what kind of block that is. I'm going to click on save. So when I save this reusable block you can find when you click on plus button on the top, or here for example, or anywhere. You can then click on saved, and you see you have lorem ipsum paragraph. What does this do is, for example, if you want to add something here under the heading to block, click on button. Now you can also use this without clicking your button, the plus button. You can click on reusable block. Alternatively, you can click on plus add block button and then go to save sections, and you see this is our save reusable block. Now I know that this one is a paragraph and called lorem ipsum paragraph. If I select that, then now I have the two exact similar block here, which is lorem ipsum paragraph. So let's delete this again. I'm going to click on remove now. Let's undo this to show you another thing of the reusable block advanced setting. So if we click on the more options button of a reusable block, we have now options to have this paragraph to be detached from reusable block. This will allow us to edit the content. So for now, we cannot edit anything here. You can edit this, for example, like hello, to add the hello button. And Yes, it is actually very buggy at the moment, so I'm just going to undo this. And you are not be able to edit the lorem ipsum's paragraph content here because it is somehow already, but we can maybe edit it now. So let's click on save, and we will see if on the top we have this kind of edited content. Yes, that is. So once you edited a reusable block, it will be applied to any reusable block that you have on your whole website. So it's pretty dangerous if you use or you edit a reusable block. So for example, you want to edit only this block, then you're going to detach this block first from the reusable block. So let me click on more options, and then you choose on detach from reusable block. In this case, we can edit it here. So for example, I'm going to type in hello, and I don't know why it's somehow gone from just immediately gone from my editor. So I'm just going to go to save and lorem ipsum paragraph. There it is. And now I want to edit this. So once again, I'm going to try to detach this from reusable block, and there it is. Now I'm going to edit this because it is not attached anymore from the reusable block, so I should be able to edit this. So let's click on hello. How are you? And however, if I click on the delete button, it will delete the whole block. So again, and yes, now just find out that if you use your delete button on your keyboard, it will delete a block. So now we are selecting this block, and if you hit the delete button on the top, it will delete the whole block. However, if now I come back again and want to add this paragraph and want to edit this as unattached reusable block, so click that again and detach from reusable block. And then I'm going to edit this, for example, like typing hello. However, I don't know why if I, for example, use the delete button on my keyboard, I am losing the whole block. Now let me click that, and yes, I'm losing the whole block. So I cannot edit one word. I don't know why. So let me type this again. If this is I disable this drop cap now, for example, for these two paragraphs, and this should be my paragraph. So it should be my paragraph number 2. So let's see now if I can use my delete button. And yes, when it's not a reusable paragraph, you will be able to use your delete key on your keyboard to edit a specific words. That means if you use a reusable block, you will not be able to use your delete key. And I hope it will be fixed in the final release of Gutenberg editor. So let me once again add block and save lorem ipsum paragraph. So this lorem ipsum paragraph reusable block, you should be able to edit this text. So say now I do not use the delete button, so click on detach from reusable block first, and this will enable you to edit this paragraph separately or independently from the saved reusable block. So say now for this paragraph, I'm going to type in hello, after the lorem ipsum word. And then I'm going to hit space. I hope the space would not make the whole paragraph separated, and it's actually changing the key. However, say for the detached reusable block, I want to have the hello world, and maybe I want to disable the drop caps for this paragraph. So I'm going to just disable this, and there it is. Now it seems normal. So if now we go up and look where the save reusable block, you notice that it still have the drop caps and it's still saved. So when you want to edit a block from a reusable content, then you're going to click on detach from a reusable block setting. There it is. So now we have the same content and we can edit a bit. So go back to this paragraph, more options again. And now we have only this option for reusable block. So because this is not reusable block, so we have many options. For this paragraph, you can turn into heading, turn into quote. Let's say turn into quote, and you will have this kind of quote. If we preview this, and it's also weird, now it does not show the preview, so I'm just going to update it and see view post. And there it is. That is our quotes because we convert this paragraph into quote. So I did the post again. So we go to the quotes block, and that was the quote style 1, and we try the quote style 2, and let's see how it is. There it is, quote number 2. For the quotes block, we can write a citation. So let's write a citation, for example. And then I'm going to update and view post, and let's see what we will get. And this is a citation. Come back again to edit post. And say now I want to convert this quote into a paragraph. I can do so by clicking the more options, and then I'm going to convert this or turn this block into a paragraph. So let's test this. And as soon as I turn a quote into a paragraph, the citation that we've created, now it is converted to be a separate paragraph. So there it is. So another useful tabs here on the right side on the advanced setting, if you don't know what kind of block that we are selecting it, we can always click on block. So once you select the block, you will know what kind of block that is. Paragraph, and this one is a heading. So back again to the citation that is now converted into a paragraph. Just to let you know that when you convert a citation, you will have another paragraph. Another setting is if you want to turn into a list, then you will be able to have one list item for the paragraph. So let's undo this again. And another thing is turn into pre-formatted and turn into first. You can change it as you like. We are still in the settings of the paragraph. Now let's go to the heading setting. For example, I want to have the heading to be appeared down below all of this paragraph. So I'm just going to move down this heading. There it is. For the heading, you will be able to, again, to transform this heading into cover image or paragraph or whatever. So you can have these options as well in these advanced settings. So for the heading, for example, I want to change this heading 2 as heading 3. There it is. As soon as I switch from this toolbar, you will have it as well in your advanced setting. And I want to turn this into bold and italic. And it doesn't work, so you need to select all of the text and then select this. There it is. So let's say now we want to have link on this heading. So what I'm going to do is I want to try without selecting the whole text, and then click on link, and then we're going to type on the external URL https. So say now I want to have this heading linked to google.com. Then I'm going to click on apply, and let's update it and preview this post or view it. Now it does not add my heading to the google.com. So come back again to edit post and scroll down again, and then I'm going to select all of the text this time and put link, and again notice that you also have now your post. So you can if you click on testing number 1, instead of going to google.com, we're going to be redirected to our title or our post. So say now I want to have to Google. So for example like this, then I'm going to click on apply, and now it's applied. So you need to select all of the text. And then I also have the link setting here. For example, like open this link into a new tab. So I'm going to toggle this on. Oops. Then I'm going to update now and click on view post. And there it is. If I click that, I will be brought to a new window going to google.com. Edit post. Now we are also having the options, for example, like remove link. So we go to the blog setting, what we will get when we have this. There it is. We can also have the text alignment to the left or center or right. So we want, for example, to have this heading to be aligned center. And also we want to remove this link, for example. Just remove the link icon. There it is. For the heading block, you also have the HTML anchor. So what will this does is it lets you link to the specific sections. So for example, I'm going to add this heading to have the HTML anchor as heading 1, for example. Heading 1. There it is. You also can do that with the dash. So heading 1, for example. So let's try this. So I'm going to update this, and we will see our post. Now if we scroll down, you cannot see the difference. However, if we go back to our edit post again, and then we're going to select this heading block, and then we go to more option setting, and then we click on edit as HTML, you will see that now our heading has a special ID, and it's called heading 1. So this is what this block settings does. So obviously if you are on HTML view, you will not be able to have the block setting. So let's switch to the edit visually. Now as soon as I want to edit this block visually, I will be able to have this block setting. So this heading was having the heading -1. That is what we call. What it does is actually, if I'm going now to select this all and copy these words, and then I go, for example, to the first paragraph. So I'm not going to edit the reusable content. However, if another paragraph, for example, and I'm going to link to this ID, I can do so by clicking on the link button. And then I go paste the URL type. I'm going to just paste that in like this, and then put this sign, and then apply. And then I'm going to update now and view post. And we will see what it will do. So this text, and let me click this, and we will watch together what it will bring us. There it is. Now we are redirected to this heading, which is very great. So let me click this edit post anymore and go back to these heading sections. So that's what this HTML anchor will do for you. Next is we have additional CSS class. Same with the paragraph setting, you will be able to stylize this specific block to your own style. So let's try to add another block here. So click on add again. And let's try what is the nice thing. Gallery. So we can have gallery. Let's do this. And now you can upload to drag your images in your gallery. For example, on my desktop, I have the lot of image here. So I just can drag and drop here. And there it is. Now I have this image, but I want to have the gallery. So I'm going to edit this with the pencil icon, edit the gallery, and I want to add image, for example, the images that I've uploaded earlier. So I want to add 4 images. There it is. So I have 4 images into a gallery, and I'm going to click on create a new gallery. Then I'm going to click on insert gallery. Now we have the gallery. As soon as we are now in the gallery block, we have block settings for the gallery as well. You can type your additional CSS. You can change the columns of the gallery settings. So say now I do not want to view this kind of image like this. So let's preview this to see what it is like. And the generating preview seems to be error as well. So I'm going to update it for now. And view post. And that is our gallery. Say I do not want to have these 3 images on the top and 1 image on the bottom. So what I can do is click on edit post and then select your gallery. I mean this whole thing, gallery, and go to block. And for the columns of gallery, I want to have 2, for example. That is, seems to be nice. So crop images is set to be on by default, and I do not want to change that. And you might want to link to gallery to attachment page or media file. And by default, it's none. So let's set this to none. The additional CSS class, if you notice this box was actually up on the top, but now it's moved down around here. So now that we are happy with the gallery, we can click on update. So let's go up and say you want to add a button here. So right below the first paragraph. What we can do is then we're going to click on add button and then we're going to add button. Now we want to test the button, for example, like click me. And we're going to paste URL, for example, like going to click on apply. I hope it's now done. I click apply already. And then we want to check this edit HTML. If this is going to google.com, yes. So edit visually again. And we want to edit the button settings. In the right side, again, in the block setting, we want to wrap tags. You're going to toggle this on and off. You can do this or change background color. Same with another color setting. So say you want to have it red. And for the text color, say you want to have it blue or light blue. Or maybe this color. That's okay. Also, it reminds you about the color combination recommendation. We're going to reset the color. You can always click on clear button. Done with the text color, again, you have the additional CSS class options. Let's click on update for now. And view post. Going to scroll down. There we go. We have nice button. If I click that, it will redirect me to google.com. However, if you notice, we are not able to add the link in a new tab for now. So let's click on edit post and go to our button. You see we do not have the link options. Maybe in the next versions of this Gutenberg or when it's final release, it will be added. So I think that is. You can also have this, for example, again, set this gallery as a reusable block. So let's go to more options and then go to convert to a reusable block. Then we're going to edit the title so you know what is this blog about. So I'm going to type in gallery 4 pictures. Build your website picture, for example. And I'm going to type in all of the picture. So paper, then WordPress on mobile, for example. And then I'm going to add bamboo, big, for example. Then I'm going to click on Save. That is, now we have another usable block. So if we go to Add button on the top, and let's click on Reusable block. Now the Add Reusable block button is actually not really functioning well. So what we're going to do is add block again, and we go to Save Sections instead and choose the reusable block that you want to use. So let's say the gallery 4 again. What this will do is it will paste the 2 galleries here. So going to Update and then View Post, and then scroll down. Sure enough, we now have 2 exact similar gallery. So click on Edit Post again and let me show you something. So say now we want to delete reusable content. So for example, we want to delete this gallery reusable content. So what you can do is then click on More Options and then Delete Reusable Block. So I may suggest you that be careful using this option, so this Delete Reusable Block option. If you use this option, you will be deleting all of this block on all of your pages and posts that have this reusable block. So let's click that, delete reusable block just to try. And you will have this reminder. And let's say I'm going to click OK. That means now all of this reusable block in all of pages and posts will be deleted. You also will not be able to find on the Save sections. There it is, it's all gone. So be careful on using this deleting reusable block. So let's now, because we have a post already, try another options that we want to try earlier. So we're going to go to these more options of our whole editor, and then we're going to click on Copy All Content, and we want to click on New, and then hover on New, and then click on Post. Leave. And then what we're going to do here is on the Write Your Story, I want to paste that, and let's watch what will happen. Now we have the same exact content as our another post. And let's add this as post number 2 and publish this. Publish, and let's view post. Now we have the post number 2, which is exact same of the post testing number 1. There it is. As well as the link, exact same. So let's click on Edit Post button again. And if you do not see the block setting after you publish your post, don't worry, just click on that cross button. Now we are having our content, and we have also table of contents. Incorrect heading level, which is nice. So that means that this heading actually should be heading number 2. If we change it, for example, change it to heading 2, and it's now corrected heading. So it's kind of nice. And update it. You can also find the table of contents on the top on the info. And then go to Document Outline. So let's go to our post. All post. Post, all post. So we will be here. At the moment, you will still be able to use your classic editor. To do so, you can hover one of your posts that you want to edit and then choose on Classic Editor. And that will bring you to the classic post editor that WordPress has at the moment. And if you switch on the text, you will notice some blocks format that Gutenberg use. So it's actually different than normal HTML code. So we've done it. We've previewed and tried how Gutenberg, the possible new text editor, will be likely added in the coming WordPress versions. Some people will like it and some people will not. So you can also add your feedback. If you go to Gutenberg menu, you will see feedback or documentation. So if you have feedback, click on that feedback and you will be added to a poll. And for example, you just can give an answer to these questions. So let me do mine. So there it is. Now I have to paste in my video here once I publish this video, so you can finish the feedback yourself, how you like it and so forth. Additionally, if you go to your tab or new tab, and then you're going to type in Gutenberg WordPress, you will be able to see wordpress.org/plugins/Gutenberg or Gutenberg WordPress plugins. If you click that link, you will be able to keep in touch with them like reviews or support. At the moment, it has many reviews on 1 star because people do not like this. So you can also go to the support forum to add your questions or give your reviews. I think your voice matters. So I hope you like this video, guys. We've tried our Gutenberg text editor, and please like this video if you like it, and it will be helpful for me to encourage me creating more videos. So thank you for watching and take care of yourself. See you in the next video. Take care.